Welcome back to IGN Live at Gamescom. Dune Awakening is an open-world survival MMO from Funcom, the team behind Conan Exiles. Now, we've known about this game for a bit, but it was cool to finally see something from it last night during opening night live. So it's time to break it down with my co-hosts. This is, it's set on, what is it, Arrakis?
Yes.
And this is an open-world MMO survival game. What does that mean to us?
Well, apparently there's up to like 1,000 players can interact in this world. So you can join factions, you can find players in the wild, you can survive. It's got a little bit of the DNA from Conan from what we know so far. But digging into this one, it seems like it's going to have a lot more interesting world building in terms of sandstorms. Now, like the sandstorms are like obviously a thing in Dune and on Arrakis, but in this game specifically, they are going to help shape the world and then reshape the world. So you'll be doing like a lot of like building and crafting and stuff like that, looting, exploring environments, and all of a sudden a sandstorm comes around, knocks out everything maybe you've been working on, maybe a giant sandworm eats it,
That's
and
awful.
then, yeah, you might have to start
That's
fresh.
awful. It breaks my heart just to think about it.
I know, right? So it definitely has that, not necessarily like permadeath mode, but like, hey, nothing lasts forever type of feeling, right?
Oh.
I know. But what's cool about that is that like it's going to refresh the environment and then drop new things in front of you that you could be the first person in the world to find.
Yeah.
So like there'll be like some derelict spaceship that's been crashed out and it'll appear there and you'll be like, am I the first person to find this? And you'll go in there, loot it, and find some cool stuff that you've never seen before. So I'm into that.
Yeah.
Max, how about you? Are you a Dune-man?
I like Dune.
How you doing?
I Dune now and then. No, this is interesting. I'm skeptical. You know, I think a lot of people are skeptical too. Conan Exiles had its charms, but I think a lot of people were sort of burned by it. MMOs and survival games like aren't necessarily for everybody, and I'm seeing a lot of people who really just want like a single player RPG. They want a story, and I mean the survival thing definitely makes sense because Dune is an unforgiving planet. You're probably going to have like a thirst meter. You're probably going to have a still suit where you use your bodily fluids to make more water to keep yourself hydrated. But I don't know. It's such a also big epic sprawling universe that's very much about like politics and intrigue and like. You know, yeah, you can sort of scale it down and just be like, okay, it's Freeman and Sardaukar and, you know, House Atreides on one planet, but it's kind of makes me think of Shadow of Mordor, where it's like, here's one corner of this massive universe, and it's kind of focusing just on that. But again, different kind of game. You know, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt, but yeah, it's interesting also because of like Dune's whole sort of reputation with games of being mostly strategy, mostly like a very different scale.
That's true.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that. I'm less of an MMO fan. I'd rather to have like more story-driven games. So for me, it's like, I don't know, maybe I'll try it because it looks incredible and I really want to try in this game. But hopefully maybe we'll find a way, maybe they'll find a way to put some story inside of it, maybe later on to have some single experience because this world looks amazing, the game looks amazing, but for me it will be, I'm not sure if I'm going to play it or keep continuing playing it on MMO style.
So
not sure about
I
it.
can't speak on the plot, but I have a feeling that like, and I hate to, you know, the storytelling that comes from the environment or whatever, all that crap, like that PR buzzword stuff. But one of the things I was reading up on that sounds pretty cool is like there's spice mining, right? And the spice can be used to change the attributes of your character, inherit powers and stuff like that. But to do that, you basically have to set up like spice mining factories, and random people in the world can raid those and try to take them over. So you could be like, I'm getting all the drugs out of the ground over here, and this is my place. Don't touch it. I'm going to walk away and get some lunch. And then like a whole gang of people, because you can start just like a roving gang with your friends, can go and raid this spice mine and take all your stuff. So that's kind of cool.
That's fun.
That sounds like
We
Rust.
love raids.
Yeah.
Let's agree about that. We love to raid.
So there we go, right? So that's the kind of stuff where I think it's like, that's going to come out. And then, of course, in the middle of all that, there'll be like some gigantic skyscraper tall worm that comes to eat you, which will be fun. And I think they'll probably get into like a lot of the customization stuff that Conan had, which was very detailed in hyper-specific areas that I won't get into here because this is a show for all.
Yeah.
Well, I think, you know, I want you to read off your bullet point joke that you wrote for this.
Oh,
it just
Yes.
it's a length joke.
You'll be able to customize the length of your sandworm.
Yes.
We'll see.
I get it.
Confirmed.
Get it?
Yeah, I got
yes.
Thank you, everybody.
So yeah, but we don't really know like when this game's coming out or anything like that. Like it's just it's 2020. I think it's 2023 for now, or actually not even. It's just here's this thing we're making it. It's a CG trailer, so keep it locked.
Well, now's the time. The last year, there's Dune movie came out. Everyone was crazy about it. Part 2 is coming, so they want to capitalize on all that. So I would imagine they want to try and get it out sooner than later. But
Yeah, they're on the hype train, so they need to continue doing it.
sooner than later. Well, Dune Awakening doesn't have a release date just yet. You can go play Funcom's Conan Exiles game to hold you over. Maybe give you an idea of what to expect from Dune, the length of Dune. We've got tons more video game coverage ahead, so keep watching IGN Live at Gamescom for more.
How you doing?
Doing okay.